All right. What is up, chat? We are going to be running Demolition Man in the Crazed category. There are two categories we normally run. This is going to be Crazed and Calm. Are the two categories. We're going to be running Crazed. It's got 3 levels that are longer than Calm. So we get the full game. Teleo1 will be running this, and he is the current world record for this. So whenever Teleo's ready, we're going to hop right into it. There we go. So what you're going to see is a lot of jumping or dashing to get through these levels a lot quicker. He's going to pick up a gun upgrade here, so we can just plow through these dudes comfortably. We're also going to jump as much as we can before ladder, because clipping onto the ladder early slows us down. And you're also going to see him spam the fire weapon while we're climbing the ladders to speed our climbing process up. The first level's pretty safe. It's pretty quick. It's called Rooftops. Having gun upgrades through this section is really convenient because you will get hung up on the bad guys. So we always try to have weapon upgrades to this entire level. Pretty low on health there, but he got through, thankfully. A lot of button mashing to get through here. So this is going to be level 2. This is Museum. So for probably the last year, we've been really breaking down this game a lot more. Trying to figure out how to speed up this section, because there's a lot of lag parts depending on who you kill and how fast you kill them. Teleo taking the death there. But he should be back at full health so we can get through the rest of this. You'll see we're collecting little museum workers in these white lab coats. And we have to pick all of them up in order to get through all of it. And going back to where the lag is, depending on who you kill and through certain sections, you'll actually see him take kind of a little speed boost. There was an opportunity a little bit earlier, but he went a different route. Another fun fact is, depending on how fast you get through some of these sections, you actually despawn your lab coat guys. So it's really easy to miss them unless you're just so used to the route. Accidentally missed a guy there, but he went back to pick him up. Teleo's probably going to have to pick up some health here. He did skip one section. We'll see if he can make it to the next part. There's going to be a glass container over here that'll have some health for him. Yep, so he's going to pick that up. That little box is actually a little explosive generator, and it's really easy to trigger that and kill yourself in the level. So he got through there pretty well, and we're going to blow that box up now to pick up a shotgun upgrade, because we're going to be doing Phoenix fight. You can see he grabs it there. And he's going to take a little bit of damage, but he doesn't want to use any of that shotgun ammo because he wants to use it just for this fight. There are a couple RNG patterns that we call the God patterns, where he sticks into a lower section and you can basically spam grenades. He has a very typical RNG fight here. Nothing crazy. Easy takedown. Phoenix falls to the floor. So this will be Streets. You'll see a lot more of the leaping utilized to get through the level faster. And you see with the weapon upgrade, we're getting one-shot kills, which is great great to have in general because you can really get stuck on these guys for long periods of time, and it slows down the run by so much, and it ends up lagging out the game really bad. So if you can keep this fire upgrade, there's actually a quick way of killing him here. He can throw his fire grenade up there, and it stays in position and causes damage for Phoenix there, but he did take a death, so he's gonna have to repeat. Unfortunately for Demo Man, deaths in this game is fairly common. It's just how it goes. Sometimes you could have the most amazing run and you'll just get the worst RNG possible, and you'll die. And we always crack jokes because it's just how Demolition Man is. I almost said Terminator, but we're not playing Terminator. So you'll see Teleo utilizing that button spam in order to climb these levels a lot quicker, and a lot of downward shooting, which is easier to hit the characters than aiming forward. You'll actually shoot over the head, or sometimes it'll take more than one bullet to kill them. And these little claw guys will really do some damage to you. They'll take double the hit, or double the health, or sometimes all of it. Doing a safety strat there. It's nice to run all the way through, and you can jump and fire at the same time, killing the guys that hang. But since we're in marathon pace, we're gonna take it slow. And as for the boss fight, there's a really fun little glitch that we've found a couple years, or I think it was found a couple years ago. If you stand underneath this thing when it goes into its second cycle, it gets stuck. So you just have to sit there and blow up the rest of it. Makes the fight a lot easier. If not, it actually spans across the level back and forth, and it makes it a very miserable fight because you have to start timing the lightning bolts. So this is library, so it's similar to museum. We're going back to saving lab coat guys. This one it's probably one of the laggiest levels in the entire game. There's nothing really special about it except for just running through here and collecting lab coat guys. There are some sections where we try to free up RAM space so that it doesn't lag so bad, but you'll see them fire off screen into characters that are there or aren't there, and that's just him trying to speed the game up, basically. There are bad guys off screen that will slow down. And that's a pretty nice speed boost there. You can see he kind of saved everybody towards the end and then killed them all, and that ended up freeing a bunch of what we can assume is memory and pushed us through. Nice little grenade dodge there. We end up taking a lot of damage there usually throughout the run. So nice little safety strat there. Now we have Monorail. Fun fact is that we're actually playing these two levels out of order. Normally when you play this game, this should be right before the last level we played. But for some reason, we don't know why yet, this level spawns backwards with the museum level. Anyways, one of the biggest issues with this level is these little rail RNGs. When you die, the RNG changes a bunch, and we have quite a few patterns memorized, but depending on where you take deaths previous in the game too, will change the RNG of these little rail things. So you can see Teleo's taken a bunch of deaths. He's probably going to start taking it a little safer. It's really hard to get through here. On calm, it's quite simple. Luckily, he just got through. You can take a lot more hits before you get towards the end. He did get the checkpoint after taking that death. So we will not have to do the upper section again. And he's through. Good job, Teleo. So this was one of the funnest levels to develop. As you'll see, we're going to get through it pretty quick. I do a little bit of a different route compared to Teleo, but you'll see that we're going to drop through most of it, through floors and set patterns. And it's just the fastest way down. This level is actually fairly large, and if you were to ride the zip lines, you would be going all over the place and not in the right direction. He's going to jump lower here, fall a couple zip lines, 2, 3. I'm going to drop short of the rail, and we're basically going to start clipping through the, or not clipping, but, you know, quick releasing through these zip lines to get to the end. And that's it. And if you're playing the calm category, this is where your game would end. They did not release the full game in calm. So Crazed is the actual full game if you want to run it. So there's a couple different ways you can run this level. Teleo's probably going to do it the safest way. And right about here, there's an option to go up and left instead of going the route we're taking here. But it's a lot more difficult and a lot harder to do. And this is, frankly, the easiest way to get through it. And he's doing just a great job. It's probably like, I don't know, maybe a 3 or 4 second save. But like I said, it's a pretty hard route to go through. We're actually going to clip past the bungee line right there. You could hear it click. And what normally would happen is we would drop on that bungee line and we would go into night vision mode. And I believe we despawn Phoenix and a few other things. So we're still in normal light, and you can see the game's trying to correct itself a little bit there with the lighting. So we're about to approach Phoenix again, and we're going to pray to RNGesus that we do not despawn Phoenix, and we didn't. Perfect. There's a pretty strong chance you can despawn them, and then you soft lock the game basically, and you can't get through it, and you have to restart. So we got lucked out there. You see, Teleo kind of got off course here a little bit. He took some death there to some level damage, and we should get back on track here. There we go. We want to stay on this upper route because we're going to run to Phoenix up here, and we're going to approach a bungee section, and there's going to be a very important way of doing the bungee drop here. See, he went for a backup route, and it's because of the health. So normally we fall through the floor, and we have to drop at a specific point to grab that ladder and that health, but you have to have a specific amount of health. I think I keep saying specific too much, but that's all right. As you can see, he's basically like most of the game, we're just running and jumping through these sections as fast as possible, trying to one-shot everybody, avoiding level hazards, picking up healths. So you're going to see we're going to spam that fire button, which speeds us up across that ladder. We got a nice leap across without taking any damage, and we're through that level. So this is basically the last level. What happens right here is Teleo picks up a gun upgrade, and he took a death there, and he meant to grab that ledge by accident, but we really need that gun upgrade to fight Phoenix here. So you're going to see him basically push through the rest of this level, and it may seem like it's slower, but the goal is to get a 2-cycle in this boss. So we're going to see if he can get the 2-cycle, or if he's going to play it slow. And I feel like he might be playing it a little bit slow. So he got the 2-cycle on the claw, which is fantastic. And he got some pre-fire shots onto Phoenix. And he's actually doing a really great job at doing this fight. He did get frozen there twice. It's okay. He's still in great shape. This is going to be the end right here. And that's it. Time's going to be coming up here shortly. And that is time. The battle is over. Congratulations. So if anybody's interested in running Demolition Man, it's a fantastic game. It's pretty simple. We have a great community behind it. You can either reach out to me or reach out to Leo. We'd love to have you guys in there, or just come hang out in the stream and ask us questions. Other than that, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you to Leo for letting me do the commentary. And yeah, that's it, guys.